Babe, say hey.
Hello.
Okay. Love is something that you do for someone else, not something that you do for yourself. I brought you all here today to show you how learning your spouse's love language can help communication with your spouse. Earlier this week, I had you guys complete a love language profile. And today we are going to learn about the 3 love languages that you guys scored highest, with words of affirmation, quality time, and acts of service. Once we identify and learn to speak our spouse's primary love language, we will have discovered the key to a long-lasting and loving marriage. So I recently took a 6-week course at church, and it was out of this book called The 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts. It's written by Dr. Gary Chapman. He's a pastor and a marriage counselor and has been for over 30 years. The course was actually able to teach us simple and practical ways to communicate your love to your spouse. Now, I want to share that with you guys. I want you guys to learn how to talk each other's languages and maybe improve something that might be missing, or just something that's missing in your languages. If you guys will step out of your comfort zones as you learn to express your love for your spouse. Each of us has a primary love language. By nature, we speak that language. So if you notice yourself and you notice that I gave you back your results and your words of affirmation, then you notice when you speak love to someone, you're just really complimentary. If you were acts of service, you do a lot of chores for people because that's how you speak love, so that's how you think that they reciprocate love. But it might not be that way if that's not what your spouse's love language is. If you're going to become a more effective communicator of love, then you need to learn how to speak your spouse's love language. The first love language that we're going to discuss today is words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is verbal compliments or words of appreciation that are powerful communicators of love. So words of affirmation comes with 3 dialects in words of affirmation. The first one is encouragement and to inspire. And actually the word encourage, the definition is to inspire courage. You can do this by verbal compliments or words of appreciation. And it also requires empathy and seeing the world through your spouse's eyes. The second dialect in words of affirmation is kind words. It's the manner in which we speak. The same sentence can have 2 different meanings, just depending on how you say it. Kind of like the term, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Our spouses will usually interpret our message based on our tone of voice and not the words we use. And then the third dialect in words of affirmation is humble words. Making a request of your spouse, you are affirming his or her worth or abilities. You're not demanding something, you're asking if they would. A request introduces an element of choice. Your spouse may choose to respond to your request or deny it, because love is always a choice, and you want them to choose what they'd like to do and how they want to show that to you. Words of affirmation focuses on what we're saying, whereas quality conversation time focuses on what we hear. Quality time is quality conversation is the first type of quality time that you can have. And sometimes it's not just the mere proximity, it's about focusing all your energy on your partner. It's about conversation that's really important in a healthy relationship. It involves sharing experiences, thoughts, ideas, feelings, and desires in a friendly, uninterrupted setting. Quality conversation. You can do that by maintaining eye contact with your partner. Don't do anything else while you're having that conversation. Observe their feelings and body language during the conversation. And do not interrupt each other. There is one talker and one listener. Then there's also quality activity. And this is kind of like togetherness. Togetherness equals focused attention, doing something together that you both enjoy doing. Like experiencing something together and actually feeling that same moment together. It's making memories of love. Marriage is designed to meet a need for intimacy and love. Sometimes doing simple chores around the house can be an undeniable expression of love and devotion to your spouse, especially when their primary love language is acts of service. Acts of service requires thought, planning, time, effort, and energy. And like myself, when your love language is acts of service, you feel like someone doing something for you is the way that they're showing you love. If done with a positive spirit, they're indeed expressions of love. Some things that you can do is just cooking a meal, washing dishes, painting a bedroom, washing the bugs off the windshield, mowing the grass. So, another thing that you can do is make a list for the other person, your partner, of 3 to 4 things that you would like that would make you feel loved when you come home from work. When your spouse chooses to do those things for you, it is them showing their love for you in an act of love. The very heart of love is an attitude of serving another. And requests give direction, but demands stop the flow of love. If you demand something, it just stops. So a simple request is all you need. In conclusion, each of us decide daily to love or not to love our spouse. If we choose love, then expressing it in the way that they speak and they understand will make our love most effective emotionally. And when the emotional need is met, it creates a climate where the couple can deal with any parts of life in a more productive manner. That kind of love requires effort and discipline. Now, what would you guys think? What would happen if you discover the primary love language of your spouse and choose to speak it consistently? None of us really know right now, but you can if you try it. The end.